Hi, my name is Rohit. I have worked as a desktop support engineer in New Zealand and in Australia. While I was working as a desktop support engineer, I have worked with SCCM and Intune. In this video, I'm going to discuss about co-management, like what is co-management, how we can configure co-management on SCCM. Before starting with co-management, let's get to the basics first. First thing is like what is SCCM? So basically, SCCM stands for System Center Configuration Manager. Um, Anyone who worked as a service desk analyst, who worked in service desk, or in desktop, or as a system administrator or a system engineer, they would have come across SCCM Software Center. So basically, through SCCM, we can manage Windows endpoints, like in terms of software deployment, in terms of patch management, Windows updates deployment, in terms of operating system deployment, inventory collection, compliance and configuration settings like BitLocker, Endpoint Protection Defender. So pretty much we can manage Windows endpoints in an enterprise environment. So why I'm saying only Windows? Recently, Microsoft has deprecated legacy MDM, due to which we can't manage iOS, Android, and Windows mobile devices. And at the same time, it's depreciated Mac OS management as well, so we can't manage Mac OS devices. Even though in earlier, even though when it was in place, we can we don't have the features that what we have in Jamf and Intune. So literally, Microsoft is telling us to move to Intune. So let's discuss about what is Intune. Intune is a cloud-based endpoint management through which we can manage endpoints across platforms like Windows, Mac OS, iOS, iPad OS, Android, and Linux. It pretty much we can do same thing what we did in SCCM, but personally I love Microsoft Intune because I have worked under patch management, I have worked under vulnerability management, especially deploying patches using automatic deployment rule through SCCM is easier, but patch deployment, especially devices that are on VPN, it's like a pain, and to get the compliance rate to 90 or 100%, it's a pain. Um, so when you have a device that is completely managed through Microsoft Intune, so all user need is just an internet connection. The updates are automatically deployed through auto patch via Intune. So let's discuss about the prerequisites, and I have did a home lab setup. I have got a Oracle VirtualBox where I have installed, I have made that VM, just one single VM as a domain controller. I have promoted it as a domain controller after installing Server 2022 Data Center Edition. It's an evaluation edition. It lasts for 180 days. And after making it as domain controller, I have installed SQL Server on the same virtual machine 2019 evaluation, and I have installed Configuration Manager 2509. It is also an evaluation, so it lasts for 90 to 180 days. I have installed everything on a single virtual machine because I have got a laptop which has got a good hardware specs. I have got a 64 GB RAM, so I didn't have any issues with that. And also, I have created one more VM, which is a client machine. It has got Windows 11 25H2, and both I have created an internal switch on Oracle box through the NAT network, through which there will be a communication between these two machines, and at the same time it can communicate to the internet outside world. So this is my lab setup. When it comes to the prerequisites, you need to have a on-premises configuration manager with the full access like a super admin account, and also you need to have M365 global admin account with E3, E5 or Intune license. And also you have to download Entra ID or Azure AD Connect on the domain controller. And you would have already synced your on-premises objects to Entra ID, which I have already downloaded and installed it, but I can show you again in this video. And also a client machine Windows 11 hybrid. So one of the main prerequisites is the client machine, it should be a Azure joined or a hybrid. So it is possible through Entra ID Connect. Let's go one step at a time. Let me show you my setup. So this is Oracle VirtualBox. The first one is SCCM and the second one is Windows 11. Let's go to my SCCM. So this is my SCCM console. I have installed everything on a single machine. And what else? We need a Microsoft 365 license account. So this is my Microsoft 365 admin portal. So this is how it looks like when you are a global admin. You'll see all those options. So under settings, under billing, if you click on your products, you will all the products that are linked to this tenant account, it will be displayed here. So I have opted for Microsoft 365 E3 trial license. It lasts for 60 days. So initially it lasts for 30 days. At the end of the subscription, if you can just extend it to another 30 days. And the Entra ID license, it comes like a tag. It's a free license that comes along with E3 license. So this is my E3 license. I am a global admin. So this is one of the prerequisite. And Entra Connect. Let's discuss about Entra Connect. Okay, so Entra Connect, Azure AD Connect, everything points to a single entity. So I have already downloaded and I have installed Azure AD Connect on this machine, and I have synced on-premises objects to Entra ID portal. And also these days, what I have noticed is earlier, if you want to download Azure AD Connect, you can straight away Google it and Microsoft gives you that installer. Now, the things have changed. You can't directly download and install it from Microsoft website. The main thing is you need to have some sort of Microsoft 365 license in order to download Azure AD Connect. So I can show you where it exactly locates. Let's go to, so if you type portal.azure.com, it lands you in the Azure portal homepage. So either you can search on the global search as Microsoft Entra ID, or you can come here as I have already searched for it. So it is showing under recommendations. So just click on it. And if you scroll down a bit, you'll see Microsoft Entra Connect. So just click on go to Microsoft Entra Connect. And then if you scroll down, sorry, my bad. So you have to click on the manage option here. And then if you scroll down, it will give you an option to download Entra ID Connect. So if you just click on it, it will download. I have already downloaded and I have installed it, so I'm not downloading it again. I'll just close this. So when you have installed Azure AD Connect for the first time, it will give you multiple options to customize the sync. As I have already synced it, it gives me a straight away configure option. If I go with the configure option, so what we have to do is we have to configure device options. It's like pretty straightforward. It's not complicated. So if you just click on next, it will ask you the 365 global admin account. You have to just input the credentials and you have to go next, and then all the devices will be synced to Entra ID portal. This is what I wanted. I have changed the user sign in as well. As I have on-premises server, so I have just changed user sign in. So the sign in authentication, either it can authenticate um, via on-premises server, or it can authenticate through Microsoft 365. That's what I did. It's pretty straightforward. Options are pretty straightforward. If you just go next. This is how Azure AD Connect looks like. And also I have synced the entire forest. I have got just one single domain. I have synced the entire forest, so you can see all the groups. If I create a group in on-premises server, you can see it on Entra ID as well. Same with the user accounts and computer objects. Okay, now let's go to the domains. Actually, I have purchased a domain with my name from Crazy Domains. It sounds weird, right? But it looks good. So they have asked me to add some DNS records like MX, TXT, CNAME, name server records, which I did. So this domain is completely managed through Microsoft 365 now. Let's go to the co-management now. So this is my SCCM. Let's open the configuration manager. This is the configuration manager console. Now, what we have to do is go to the administration tab. So as we are doing the, before that, let's go to the assets and compliance. So basically co-management in a real-time enterprise environment, they do in a pilot phase. So let's do it in a pilot phase, and I'll show you how the workloads can be shared between SCCM and Microsoft Intune. First, let's create a device collection. Let's name it as co-management pilot device. And limiting collections, let's go with the co-management eligible device. So this is a default group that was created by SCCM. So all the co-management eligible devices will be listed here. Next, we can add the member later on. That should be fine. So a device collection has been created. I'll add it manually. So this is my device collection. You can either add it through query or through direct or through manually. So just right click and then add resources. So the resource name is desktop. It starts with desktop. Search. Yeah, there you go. And that's my client machine, Windows 11 machine. So right click on this device collection and I will click on update membership so that it refreshes the memberships. So yeah, there you go. It is one. As I have just got only one virtual machine, this is just for the lab purpose. So now let's go to the administration tab and then under cloud services. And also there is one more thing you need to check. Sorry, two more things. You can deploy this via group policy. And also you can check client settings here as well. So if you right click the client settings, oh sorry, my bad, there should be a default one, yeah. And then go to the properties. So if under the cloud services, this should be ticked as yes, so that all the new devices, it will be joined to Microsoft Entra ID as well. This is one of the option. A group policy. I have created a group policy which should sync to Entra ID. I'll show you that as well. So I think this is the one, SCCM related policy. No, my bad, default domain policy. So if I click on edit, so under computer policies, administrative templates, Windows components, there should be option for device registration. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think this client settings would be more than enough. You can deploy through a group policy. And also there is one more thing that you need to check. So you have to go to the Intune Admin Center and then go to Devices, Windows. You have to check the enrollment. So automatic, if you click on automatic enrollment, I have clicked on all. So in a production environment, you would be selecting some, and then you would have been created a group that links to this enrollment. But I'm doing it in a lab purpose. I have selected all. Yeah, these are the few things that needs to be checked before the co-management. Okay, now let's go to the cloud attach. Right click, configure cloud attach. Here it gives us options Azure US, Azure China. We just need Azure Public Cloud. And also I'll go with the default settings, which enables automatic enrollment and upload all your devices to Intune. That's what I needed. I'll click on sign in. Here you need a global admin account of your Microsoft 365 account. I have created with a generic name. So this is one of my global admin account. And let me type the password. So I need to verify this. Okay, yeah, I have logged in. Yep, let's click on next. This action will register an application, and yeah, that's what we wanted. I'll go with yes. Next. It is going to take few minutes. Yep, it has been completed successfully. Click on close. Now, you have to click on right click on this settings and then go to properties. Okay, so this is a cloud attach. Nothing needs to be done here. Configure upload. I want to upload a specific collection as we are doing it in a pilot, in a staging phase. So click on browse, and this will be my collection. I have created one more. That's fine. And then next go to enablement. I'll be doing in a pilot phase, so I'll click on pilot and then click on browse. I need to select that collection. Okay. And let's come to the workloads. So these are the workloads that I have discussed earlier. So compliance policies, device configuration, Office apps, Windows updates. So you can, as we are doing it in a pilot phase, first you have to do it under pilot Intune. If it is successful, then all the workloads can be successfully moved to Intune. Currently I'm doing only for compliance policy, and I'll just leave it with SCCM. I'll just click on apply. Oh, my bad. In the staging option, you have to select the collection. Now apply. Yeah, it has been accepted. Click on OK. So after this settings has been done, it is going to, for me, I think it is going to take some time. Yep, I think it took nearly some time for it to sync. Okay, let me go to my 365 admin portal. So these devices are SCCM. This is my Entra admin center. This is my SCCM server, and this is my client machine. So as I have synchronized through Azure AD Connect, so it is showing as Entra hybrid join. This is one of the prerequisite I was talking about earlier. Otherwise, it would have been configuration manager on premises. Sorry, otherwise you don't see the devices in Entra ID portal at all. Now let's go to the Intune portal, and if you click on the devices and the Windows 10 device, so if you see here, it is co-managed. So the co-managed settings has been applied onto this machine successfully. And also compliance, for some reason it is still showing as configuration manager. In some time it is going to be as compliant. And also if you want to double check, let's go to my client machine. This is my client machine. Let's go to this client stuff, SCCM client stuff. Yeah, so if you see here, it has been enabled, co-management has been enabled. That's how we work and configure the co-management. This is just for a lab purpose. In a real-time production environment, you will be dealing with cloud gateway, SSL certificates, and with more options as well. I hope this video is informative. Thanks for watching.